Y'all, have we got a lot to talk about today in this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and obviously I have another review. I will apologize now. I know you guys didn't kind of want me to do as many reviews. There will be another review coming up the beginning after this comes up, beginning of next week, after this one comes up. You guys probably have already guessed what that is. Definitely leave a comment down below what you think I'm gonna be reviewing, but today we are going to be talking about a Kat Von D product, and after we do said review, I am going to be discussing a little bit, not in depth, my opinions concerning her recent drama, and kind of the future of her being on my channel. But if you have not already guessed it, we are going to be reviewing the Kat Von D Metal Crush Extreme Highlighters. You guys know I am a Kat Von D fanatic. I am a highlighter fanatic. So these went live and I was like, oh, I didn't even know these existed, because I saw that she had done the liquid ones and I was like, I don't like to do liquid. And I actually thought these were like, I thought she was releasing those highlighters, and I thought these were her reformulated Thunder Crush eyeshadows, which, as you guys know, have been being pulled off of the Sephora site. So this was kind of a surprise to me, but we're going to be doing a nice in-depth look. We have the, is this Metal Crush? Yeah, Metal Crush Extreme Highlighter Palette from Holiday 2017. To kind of go over review formula, and we also have her 10-year anniversary Metal Crush highlighter in Gold School. So let's start off with the basics. The collection in the powder formula has 5 shades. They are $30 a piece, and you are getting 5.2 grams in each, which is a crap ton of product. They come, I like the packaging. It's a little cheap feeling considering her other packaging. Kat Von D, I find, usually does very sturdy, like sturdy is the word that comes to mind, and these just feel a little light, a little not as sturdy, although they are pretty ding-dang similar to her Metal Crush shadows. This is Thunderstruck, and if you can see, this is just one of her, I haven't opened this yet because I'm still trying to pan that broken one, but this is the box for the Metal Crush shadows, and this is the box for the highlighters. So obviously we are getting inspiration from these. She came out with 5 shades, 3 of which are repeat shades. We have this one right here, which is Gamma Ray, which is a nice, pretty peachy shade. Then this one is Rose Shock right here. They're a bit of a pain to open. This one is Rose Shock, and both of those appeared in the palette right here. So for those of you that missed out on the palette, yay! For those of you who didn't miss out on the palette, And I know what y'all are thinking. Y'all are thinking, well, you had the palette, so why did you buy the repeat shades? Because I wanted to do a complete, thorough, in-depth review, compare and contrast, to make sure formula and everything like that, we are looking at all the details today. And then the third repeat is Gold School right here. Once again, incredibly hard to open. And that one we did see, which got trash reviews, including mine for her 10-year anniversary. However, looking at the pan of this one and having used it, it is a different formula, thank God, than what this one was. So with formalities out of the way, let's just get to swatching. I'm going to swatch on my arm as well as apply some glow on my face for you guys to see how they perform firsthand. And then we'll talk about what I feel about the product and kind of the situation with Kat Von D right now. So we're going to start with the 2 repeat shades here. We're going to do Gamma Ray, which you guys know I do like this formula. It is a formula that has glitter, but if you use a setting spray, it doesn't really go everywhere, and it is kind of like a thinner texture with glitter kind of suspended in it. Forgot to bring y'all close so you can see my pores. So we have Gamma Ray right here from the palette. Next, I'm going to obviously swatch this one right here. They feel the same. They are beautifully smooth going on right here. And they look the same on the face in swatch. I did notice this one's like a little bit peachier and this one's like a little bit rosier, but I mean, if you're looking for things to complain about, that would be something. And we'll do Rose Shock right here out of the palette. Once again, extremely smooth. I am a fan of this formula. It isn't for everyone, but I personally enjoy it. Then we have it right here. Once again, feels like pink butter. I'm actually gonna try to do it right here because there's a little bit of a gap going on right there. Hello. Now let's do the lovely Gold School going on here. You guys know I hated this. The texture was nothing like this. The glitter was chunky, was difficult to pick up, did not blend out. It was very powdery. I'm actually gonna do that one up here. It was just stiffer and not as much fun to work with. It just did not look good on the skin. We got this little boy right here. The texture is beautiful. It is smooth, it is soft, it is glistening, and you don't have to work it back and forth, and that shine is improved. Then we will do the two new shades, starting off with Gravitron. Sounds like a Transformer name. I am Gravitron, and I have come to Earth to destroy the humans. And looking like this right here. Very smooth, very nice. I just like to get that little going on right up in there. Hello. Out of all of them, this one is definitely, as you can see, the most like faint. Just like, looking like that. Then Stephonic, which is what I think it is, how you pronounce that. I have absolutely no idea. We'll just call this one the blue one. This is definitely one that I was like the most excited for. So we're gonna do that one right down there. So these are the swatches going on here. You can definitely be like pigmented, shiny, and then not so much. So high impact, we'll do a little bit of demo, then we'll do some talkie. Alright, so I'm going to use 3 different colors because I am extra like that. Do I have a mirror? Yes, I do. In this one, that's one thing I like about this one. And not these ones, they don't have mirrors, but I do like the fact that you can see inside of them to see what color you are. So I'm going to be going in with the new Gold School on my nose, because y'all know I highlight like that. I'm going to be using the AOA Studio F19. This is from Shop Miss A. Just get a little bit of that, baby. Picks up very nicely on a, ooh, look at that baby. Oh, hello. Shine bright like a diamond. I had someone comment on one of my videos and they were like, aren't we done with highlighting the tip of the nose? And I was like, never. I live for highlighting the tip of my nose. As you guys can see, the pigmentation and everything is just so much better on this new one. It is a little bit powdery. The formula does kind of move around as you deal with it, but that's just kind of a thing of the formula. Then I do really want to try this Gravitron one right here, and this one I'm going to be using, just for the sake of using different brushes, the Anastasia Beverly Hills A23. So let's get a little bit of this. There is a little bit, we got fallout going. Ooh, that's one problem with the formula, is it's just like, it's weird and whatever. Now we're gonna start over here and just like, ooh, hello, iridescence. Gotta do some more, because that's how I roll, right up there, going on up like that. So you can be like, no highlight, yes highlight. And that was actually a really good one. This one is really good for my skin tone, at least with this foundation. Then we're gonna do, because this one was kind of faint. Let's start off with, let's try this one, the Rose Shock one. We'll try it with the AOA brush this time. Oh, they definitely pick up better on the AOA brush than they do the ABH brush. I don't know, because that brush is like supposedly amazing and this brush was $1, but hey, You do what you gotta do. Hopefully y'all can see this. Backing it on there, going on there like that. Oh, do this, Gracie. See the glow, look at that, pretty pig. We just keep adding more and more until you can see me from space. NASA, check me out. So here we have the Rose Shock one. This one is the, oh my stars, the Gavitron one. And then I'm actually gonna go in with the Gold School one again and just kind of like try and layer over it and see how that works. Once again, picks up way better on this brush than the Anastasia one. Not sure what that is all about. All right, first things first. If any of y'all got the palette and liked the palette, obviously you can skip on 2 of the shades. They perform the same. They are the same formula. There isn't anything different about them. So definitely pass up on those 2 shades. And if you didn't like the palette and you thought the formula was too glittering, you didn't enjoy it, obviously that is a sign to just skip. However, do not take this one, the 10-year anniversary one, as an example for what this one is, because the formula is far superior in this version of Gold School than it was in this one. It is the exact same formula you would find in this, where it's a lot smoother, not chunky, a lot easier to diffuse and use. So even if you got this one and hated it, don't use this as an example for what the formula of these are. I have found that out of all of them, the Gamma Ray, Rose Shock, and Gold School are the most pigmented, the most blinding, while the Stefanik and the Gravitron are really pretty. They are not the same intensity initially. These ones do have to be built up a little bit more, but they are really pretty. One thing that I like about these is that they are colored highlighters, because obviously you've got the orange, the peach, the pink going on here, the blue. These 2 are probably the most, I guess, normal wearable colors. But as you can see, it does add a little bit of the color, but not so much where you look like you have a streak of that color running down your cheek. I think that part of the formula was very well executed. So for me and my personal taste in a highlighter, whereas I do like glittery and gossamery and extra and ethereal highlights, these were a really good investment for me. Did I need to buy the Gamma Ray and the Rose Shock one because of this? No, but I did want to make sure that the formula was consistent and provide that information to you guys, just in case you had gotten the palette, can't talk, just in case you had gotten the palette and depending on whether you liked it or didn't like it, what to look for while running through these. So these, I would recommend definitely the Gold School one. The Gamma Ray and the Rose Shock are absolutely beautiful. The formula is amazing, pigmented. These have to be a little bit more built up, but I still think they are really nice highlighters for being $30. How much product you get, and considering the fact that a Becca one is $38. The other thing to think about these highlighters, all the colors except, say, Gold School are kind of more like fancy extra event. They aren't going to give you that like luminous glow from within like, say, Becca or the Lorac highlighters. They are definitely more extra, which works for me. All right, now that we've done that, we are going to just touch on kind of Kat Von D on a whole. If you all hadn't heard, Kat Von D preggers with the baby. Congratulations, Mazel Tov. And she came out with a statement stating that she would not be vaccinating said baby. Now her reasoning behind it, when I heard this, I internally groaned and I was like, oh no, is she gonna do that whole like vaccines cause autism? And I was like, but no. The reason she's not vaccinating her child is because vaccines aren't vegan. And that kind of threw me for a loop because I was just like, that's your reasoning? Like, I'm not trying to no tea, no shade, but you're just like, you'd rather put into danger your own child and a bunch of other kids than just morals and problems and ethics. Personally, as someone who has a diagnosed crappy immune system, I was born 3 months premature, and because of this, some things in my body didn't develop correctly. So my immune system is basically, it's not non-existent, but it's like 99.9% non-existent. So I get sick very easily. If you got something, I'm gonna have it too. And then when I have it, it's like 110 times worse. So coming from someone who has a really bad immune system, I wouldn't want to get the measles, chicken pox, bubonic plague. It really kills me because Kat Von D, as you guys know, if you have been on my channel for any amount of time, she is one of my absolute favorite brands. I love her products so much, and not just her products, her aesthetic, her as this amazing gothic embodied woman, tattoo artist, makeup artist, entrepreneur, like all of that is like, yes, yes, gothic queen, yes. So in a certain way, I have kind of kept her on a bit of a pedestal. I am going to have a video makeup addiction part, another segment in that series talking about brand loyalty. And that was filmed before this whole thing blew up. And I do talk about Kat Von D as someone that I am definitely not a victim, guilty of having a lot of brand loyalty to her. Now, as someone also who has come from a Jewish background, it is very painful to see someone who you love. I have been aware of her anti-Semitism for a while. It was not something that made me stop purchasing from her, obviously. I feel like it is difficult to separate when you're dealing with Kat Von D, Jeffree Star, these brands where it's not just, say, I feel like with Kylie Jenner, it's like she slaps her name on it and sells it. With Jeffree Star and Kat Von D, it's emblazoned. It's a part of them. They are, each product is like an extension of who they are, which makes it a lot harder to separate and be like, well, I can just appreciate the makeup because they're just whatever. But no, when they're so heavily involved and are such a integral part of it, you're just like, you're buying the products, but you're also buying the person, and you're paying for just all that stuff and everything. And so it's like, oh, what to do? I am going to be doing a video soon at some point. Stay tuned. I'm going to be discussing in depth Kat Von D and Jeffree Star, and also other beauty owners, whatever, talking about kind of things they've done and discussing the rationale behind boycotting them and the rationale behind, are they a good person? Is it okay to separate them from the brand, and if you actually can? So stay tuned for that, and if you would like to see that, definitely let me know. As for now, I am still painfully undecided. One thing I wanted to ask you guys is, do you still want to see Kat Von D reviews on my channel? I know that since starting my channel, some of my Kat Von D videos, her I Divine palette, her 10th anniversary, and her Satan Sinner palette have been some of my most viewed videos that I have put out on my channel. And I wanted to ask you guys if that was something that you wanted to continue to see on my channel. As I am still undecided, I would like to keep giving content that you guys want to see. She is still cruelty-free, mostly vegan, which is part of the problem here. So within certain ethics, she still does stand by. Yeah, I do recommend watching. I actually watched Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. Her video on this, sorry, not talking so well, her video on this, and I thought that she touched on it on such a great way and wasn't even really taking it from the vaccine point of view. She was taking it from the point of view of being a fan and a consumer, and Kat Von D's attitude and her whole, just the way she dealt with this and how that affects us as people. So I will definitely leave her video linked down below because she said a lot of great things. But as for now, like I said, I am undecided. Definitely let me know what you guys think down below. Be nice in the comments. Let me know what you think about these highlighters. If you hated the palette, it was very mixed reviews. If you loved it, if you're planning on picking these up or not, or if you have, and if you like them or not. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!